And good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to today's episode of the Law, News, and Laughter podcast. Let me just double check that we have audio going out. Yes, we do. Yes, I am acutely aware that I am very late and gay today. You're going to have to bear with me this week, people, for the next 4 days because the wife's back at work, and I have the little one at home with me. So it's going to be a bumpy ride. We know this. I mean, she's going to walk in. I'm going to have to turn the camera off. I'm going to have to do various things. Hoping for some serious boomerang. Well, you're hopping for serious boomerang, apparently. Appreciate you and your content, but we need a low-hanging fruit to joke about. Well, Happy New Year. It's almost our B-Day. Yeah. Looking forward to that. Look at the chick. Oh. Yes, I went with a V-neck today. May live to regret that. So, but anyway, look, today's probably going to be a slightly shorter show as well, so apologies about that. I'm itching to go and get in the car and pick up a new toy to play with, so there's probably going to be another stream later on today. But, what's that? I made the most delicious pork loin roast with sauerkraut. 86 of sauerkraut, put some roast potatoes and gravy on a roll, and that's pretty much what the wife and I have been eating for the last 4 days. She's gotten addicted to roast pork for some reason. Not that I have any issues with it, because I love crackling, but at some point I think I'm going to start looking like a roast pork, if I don't already, anyway. So, we're all waiting with bated breath for the particular list to get released. The odds of it happening tomorrow are probably pretty slim. I mean, I keep seeing reports that various people say that it's already been released, but I can't find a copy. So, mind you, I'm not sure if I want to be the first one to access it either. But obviously, given that it was New Year's around the world, it's fairly light on the news today as well. Sauerkraut and ribs. Sauerkraut isn't a big thing here. Hang on, let me just crack today's version of the Aussie Overfuel. Is it the new Baldo? No. It's something that's going to make my audio better. It's something that's going to make my streaming a little bit better. So it's a bit more production value for you guys. What's that? Since I'm apparently not a content creator, make your number 4 option. I liked because I want Stingy Fired as an ADA. You'll get the likes. Dude, come on, no pouting, okay? No pouting. Alright, so we're going with Monster today. Never actually had one of these. Let's see what it looks like. It's pretty similar in looks. Damn it, I keep forgetting this is a bigger can, so there's a lot of it. Oh, yeah. What's that, a stacked blonde? Stacked blonde. What, you've seen my wife? Okay. That's not bad. It's more sugary than I expected. That stuff's popular in the UK. I can understand why. I can understand why. It goes down better than the V does, that's for sure. And definitely better than Mother. Don't forget to shake the trips. Had my first 2 monsters after a year, one on the 31st, one on the 1st. Nothing, didn't miss them. Oh, well, there you go. Age you biochemist, I can't do Red Bull. I don't know what it is, the flavor, I don't like it. So, alright, but anyway, what we do have today is, as I said, it was slim pickings in terms of the news. We've got an elderly couple that cracked it and did not give up their seats for a young pregnant woman. Have I tried Rockstar yet? No, you know, I was actually looking for some Rockstar yesterday. I couldn't actually find any. If I can manage to pull some in, I'll have a look. But, what do we got? We got Arkansas has more teen mums than any state, while New York apparently leads the nation in the oldest new mums over 40. But the big one that we're going to look at today is the Ohio Supreme Court has suspended a judge for... How many ethical violations was it? They voted unanimously on Friday for 29 different violations of the Code of Judicial Conduct. That judge has been a naughty little prick. And I can say that because he's not currently a sitting judge. What? The M symbol means 666? What? You're shitting with me, aren't you? So we're going to look at that. Dry, then drip, then no oil, no sitting. Oh, you're giving tips on the pork. Awesome. Where are we? Arkansas doesn't surprise me. Nope. Where are we? America's last lighthouse keeper is officially leaving their post. Queen Mary of... the Danish Queen has abdicated after 52 years on the throne. So, the Australian Mary Princess has officially been crowned the new Danish Queen. That's right, we have an Aussie that is sitting on a throne somewhere. That's pretty awesome. First contact with aliens could end in colonization and genocide if we don't learn from history. Yet, see, this is the problem. It's a public holiday, so the only news that's getting written about is the freaking, conspiracy theorist stuff where people just don't give a shit. Beyond that, we also have a mother fled the US after her children were found dead. Now she's facing murder charges in Britain. And obese people may soon be facing fines in an effort to help tackle their weight loss. Wow, this shit better kick in. Because oh, wait, I shouldn't do that because it didn't strike me. Wait, no, that's Warner Brothers. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Neo Dark Matter and Eric White over on Rumble. Hello. And I can already see we've got various people streaming in. There's 62 people watching. What the hell? Have you guys really got nothing better to do on New Year's Day? Not that I'm complaining. Jason J, hello. Tina Reynolds. Ambic Flux is in the house. Bye, Franz. Leafy Fifi Foo. Tina Reynolds. Yes, I know you're still waiting for the makeup stream. That will be coming along. That'll probably be sometime this week, actually, given that we'll be home by ourselves. So, over under on time. Will this boomer start out with a boomer year? Well, for me, technically yesterday was the first stream of the year, so get with the times. Wouldn't be a Monday without boomering. Well, kind of cheating, frying boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Okay. Where are we? Burberry's in the house. Zero Signal, Ghostery. Hello, Shawfoss. At some point, I gotta check that I actually know how to say that. Honey 2800. Hello. Love a freshly made corn dog with yellow mustard. Oh, corn dog. Yeah. Ginger with a Soul says IR here. Ashley Casey. Michelle R38. Porcelain Thunder. Just Cause. Psychodoll X. Paralegal Liz. Ginger with a Soul. Look at the Chester. Yep. 3 beers. Hello. How you doing, buddy? Josh Chandler. Hello. Guy fan number 1. Tim Forsyth. Australia's just inverted Canada. Yeah. More or less. Except we don't talk with an accent, eh? Zap Brennigan. Hello. What else we got? Used to monster a ton, can't stand it anymore, way too sweet. Yeah, I'm starting to think so. American Dreamer, hello. Want both Michigan and Barmer to lose. The tsunami in Japan, yeah, that was one of the few things I wasn't going to be talking about today, but I might wind up having to talk about it, because like I said, it's slim pickings today. Energy drink recommendation. Boost Energy is an amazing drink. You'd probably have to import it. It's super addictive, but so good. Okay, well, I can have a crack at that. Ghostery asking whether or not Mighty meets an alien. Look, maybe at this point. Nacho Amiga, hello. Sent you the monster in a devil drink clip. Lady is hilarious. Okay. Hey, Shanny. Morgan, Arkansas is the most beautiful. It has the most beautiful women. I know that because I see them every day. Well, that may explain why they have the youngest single mothers. Happy New Beers, says Wim. Vodka Blood, Phoenix Fire. Trigger Goblin, Aussie Rule, hello. Janice Driver, I'm loving that I'm seeing new names in the chat. I'm absolutely loving it. Ghostery is not technically here. Hey, Captain, how are you? I like 4-letter words, just 2 4-letter words. Fair. Chose to be here at 10:12 because my neighbors get pissed if I tune my chainsaws late this night. Or because my meds are about to kick in. I'm not sure if I should take that as a compliment or an insult that you want to be here while your meds are kicking in. I should try not to cause issues for you then. Jason J dropping 5 obviously Overlaw'd memberships. Holy crap. Well, that puts us halfway to dog ass cam. Thank you very much for that. Ooh, I gotta be careful with the swearing. Please, for the love of God, if I start going off on a rant, someone remind me that my daughter's like 10 feet away. Might even just cross the Mexican border and he'd be an alien. True. Energy drink. Energy drinks kicking my previous nicotine addiction, so I just drink tea. Fair enough. Oh, you enjoy the company. Excellent. Love it. Thank you to that. Holy crap, there's 80 of you watching. Okay, and with Rumble and Twitter, so we officially have over 100 people watching. Wow. Sending you an article if you're on it. Please, Burberries, go for it. If anyone has anything they want me to talk about today, please feel free, okay? It got to 5-2, and I'm like, holy shit, should I just cancel the show? What the hell am I going to talk about for an hour and a half? Because it's New Year's. People are still got hangovers. People are out there. People are, doing the walk of shame. Ooh, that's what I should do. I should see whether or not there's any fresh walk of shame. Robbie Mill, hello. Tia Nina, good to see you. Alrighty. In the meantime, oh crap, I haven't even played the opener yet. So obviously, big news for the overseas people. Japan did have a 7.4, 7.6, depending on which news article you read. Earthquake, and apparently there are at least 4 dead. There is no current warnings for tsunamis. They've dropped it, so thankfully like that. Just rant? Yeah, no, I don't think so. Hey, Mandy, you stay safe too. Gypsy Road 1066, back to the grind? Yes, pretty much. Dude, we like watching you rant and you talk and be a boomer. Well, I try. Anyway, all right, let's get stuck into it, people. Welcome to today's episode of Law, News, and Laughter. Oi, 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 oi. No, that's not that's the Aussie Isekai. I want my... Oh, that reminds me, at some point I will play a little bit more video games over the next week or so. I'm hoping to hook up the Switch so that Munchkin and I can both play Mario Kart and you guys can watch us lose. Okay, thank you very much for sending that one through, Burberries. For some reason, right at the moment, I cannot access the Daily Mail website. I got no... Jacob Froud Margaret. I thought you were going to be away. That's why I hadn't responded to your message yet, because I didn't want to... Okay, thank you so much, and everyone say thank you for your gifts. So, Tommy Tepper, hello. Why pet alligators are a bad idea, discuss. Well, see, here's the thing. In certain areas, you can own alligator. Well, I mean, you can own freshwater crocodiles here. It's not that big of a deal. Here in Victoria, you need to have both a basic and advanced wildlife handling license, but they're not that difficult to come across. So, it's literally like the intro's hard to dance to. Really, I quite like the music on the intro. What was I saying? Since when is Mandy a mod? That was mainly to piss her off. Never had a hangover, never been drunk. Most losers think it makes me a loser. I think it makes me superior. Well, fair enough. To each their own. I mean, not everyone has to get plastered to enjoy themselves. Actually, Casey dropping another 5 members. Oi, on the bed. Come on, wake up. Wake up. Oh, I didn't actually test the dog cam first. Oh, this could end badly. Hang on. No, I don't want to share the screen. I want to share the extra camera. Nope, that's the wrong camera. You guys don't want to see my gunt. I just want to show the dog. Or the lack thereof, I should say. God damn it. Get in your bed. Come on, people just paid good money. Look, tree. There you go. I gotta tell everyone, never, ever, ever make me a mod. No, fair enough. Yeah, I know you don't like being modded, Mandy. That's why I did it. Now, can you lay on your bed like a good puppy dog? Mummy, Daddy said fuck today, lots and lots to his internet friends. Oh, she knows that. She hears that all the time. I'm a horrible dad like that. American Dreamer doesn't drink yet. Fair enough. To my wife and daughter, I do work with several beautiful women, though. Oh, lovely. Okay. Oh, good. Mugshot of the day. Florida man arrested after woman found shot in arm at Rib City. Oh, what am I doing? How did I forget about the smoking gun? Surely there's got to be something there. Pasta try to deep fry. Mugshot of the day for the smoking gun is Lindsay Lohan. They gave her a 7 out of 10 when she was booked into the LA jail in July 2010. Okay. Arrested for beating someone up with a Christmas tree. We've already had that. Pelting. What's that? Busted for allegedly poultry pot pelting at a Wawa store. Where the hell is Wawa? Wah, 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 wah. That's not great. Went to bed at 10 p.m. last night. Good girl. Woke up at 7 a.m. When my daughter woke me up. That's when I realized I was getting old again. Yep. Don't get hangovers. Don't drink anymore. Like remembering what I did last night. Yeah. Pretty much like that. It'd be fun to watch you play Mario Kart. Yeah, well, I mean, look, I had the game capture set up so that I could, but because when I started doing the channel, I got these sort of warnings to say, hey, don't try and cross the streams too much. Don't change your content and don't have it, because if you do gaming on the channel and lore stuff, YouTube will only promote your channel to people that both watch video games and lore. Like, not just that watch video games or lore, it'll find, like, in the Venn diagram, it'll find a little slice of people that like to watch video gaming and lore. And it's like, I mean, yeah, fine, there's so many billions of people on the planet, but who the hell is going to watch that? So, anyway. Oh, you're leaving tomorrow. Okay, fair enough. Why kangaroos are only in Australia? Discuss. Kangaroos are only in Australia because of evolution. It's basically actually, I think there was one place where they like hopped over a land bridge or something. At one point in history, there was these giant kangaroos like hopping around in Papua New Guinea as well. Pet gator, but why? It's like having a pet tiger. Why? Well, I mean, look, the pet crocodiles, as I was saying, they're fairly easy to get a hold of because if you know what you're doing and you have the knowledge, then it's fine. Like getting a basic wildlife license is not difficult at all. It's you fill out a form, you pay the fee, they send you the license, you can then go and get whatever you want from an exotic pet store. The advanced one, you have to sit tests and you got to make sure that you know what you're doing in terms of like not killing cold-blooded animals and things like that. Because obviously I don't want you damaging wildlife. Angel Wolf, hello. Because my wife is obsessed with crocodiles. There's a reason that the dog has a bunch of crocodile chew toys. And, I mean, she's still, to this day, got this thing in her head about she's hoping that if we go to Darwin, she's going to see a crocodile working the checkout at Safeway. Like, I don't know. We'll call Magic, hello. Right, Doggo, Papa, yep. After a day without makeup, she has a 3 out of 10. Oh, yeah. Strong shaking here in Tokyo, says Chuck Wilson, but nothing as strong as the ones in 2011 or 1995. 20-year-old cat was curled up next to me on the keyboard, didn't even wake up. Oh, no shit. Okay. Wawa is a Pennsylvania, Delaware-centered chain of C-stores with a goose in flight as their logo. Thank you, Tyron. Appreciate that. That explains that. That also explains the logo that I couldn't quite wrap my head around. The YouTube algorithms are dumb. Yep. Let's watch Steamboat Willie. No. See, I was going to make fun and I was actually going to bring up Steamboat Willie and we could critique it and that sort of thing. And then I woke up to Kurt's message saying, hey, by the way, would you mind retweeting this out because, like, my stream got yeeted. So, and I looked and I went through and I was like, hang on. And then obviously I tweeted out about it because YouTube should be on the ball about that. I mean, if I'm sitting here looking at current affairs and reading the news and that sort of thing, surely of the however many thousands of people that work at Alphabet, one of them could have looked at the news and gone, hey, this is about to go into public domain. It got yeeted 3 times. Yeah, so the stream itself got cut. No, we didn't feel the earthquake at all. Is it earthquake, tsunami going to affect you guys? No, not in the slightest. even if there is like a tsunami warning from that general area, because we're down and around the bottom of the tip of Victoria, like there would need to be an earthquake in like Antarctica for it to make any sort of difference. How many people are there? How many people are ate by croc? How many crocs eat people per year are there? That's actually a good question. I don't know what the recent statistics are. Croc attacks stats. Darwin, maybe? Let's have a quick look. That's from 2017. Northern Territory does not have a crocodile problem, and salties do not need culling. Last week, a 67-year-old man was bitten in the arm by a saltwater crocodile at a waterhole in Northern Territory's top end. Predictably, the incident prompted debate over whether crocodiles need to be culled. It occurred at Litchfield National Park near Wangi Falls. Fatal croc attacks in the NT peaked in 2004 when 4 people died. Okay, so basically, as of July, it's less than 4 people a year. So, can't do anything with a croc, though. With a horse, you can ride it. Well, I mean, look, the saltwater crocs, you're not going to keep them. You're just not. If you're going to do that, you need to have acreage. You need to have a temperature-regulated pool. You basically need to have it as an enclosure, at least down south anyway. Up in Darwin, yeah, sure, you can have them in paddocks or whatever else. But it's more for the sake of having something dangerous on your property. A freshwater crocodile you can actually have in a tank, and you can look at it, you can feed it, you can, whatever else, if you've got a big enough tank. Because if you've got them, like, you can get the really small versions, but if you get one that's going to grow to full size, you need a room-sized tank. But people do it. People buy them, people build them, and people own them. So, despite the numbers of fatal attacks in recent years, they're saying last week the crocodile's population has risen dramatically in the recent decades, and it's time to consider culling. Huh. What was that? Northern Territory crocodile numbers dropped to about 5,000 after a culling ban was introduced in 1971. They've rebounded to more than 100,000. There are more than 100,000 saltwater crocodiles. I gotta go back to Darwin at some point. Florida has crocodiles working at the checkout lanes. What, you trying to get my wife to fly over there? Crocodile sounds like a green way to recycle a body. Look, it is and it isn't. So what they will do is they will take you in, they will death roll you, they will shove you under a log until you decompose and they are ready to eat you. So there's like a good couple of weeks where the body could be found. And if the body winds up like floating out from under the log that they've hidden you under or anything like that, it's really like there have been instances where people have tried to dispose of bodies and the body's shown up because they thought the crocodile would eat the body, but they didn't. They waited for it to decompose and like chomp it into bits and whatever. But Andrew might get yeeted tonight too. Where are we? I'm so far back in chat. Earthquake, are we sure Lizzo wasn't putting on a show? Look, she may have been. You mean YouTube can do due diligence on banning and stuff? Impossible Burger is more real beef than YouTube doing right. It's a fair call. I would suppose there are more people ate by crocs and sharks. Surprisingly not, actually. We actually just had a surfer get taken out by a shark as well. Poor kid. Did no one watch Crocodile Dundee? My wife had crocodile handbags and shoes in the 70s. Damn. How'd she find them? All women, damn misogynistic crocs. John Podesta uses pigs, no joke. Bro owns 3 pig farms. Yeah, they pigs are extraordinarily good at removing bodies. I think that's in no way legal advice, obviously. I think that hey, dog, how are you? I think the only thing that they don't actually break down and digest is teeth. So if you remove the jaw from the dead body, there'll be nothing left. So, so they're great to cuddle with. Why are people being yeeted because of Steamboat Willie? Yeah, so Steamboat Willie, as of 1 January, entered public domain. I've already seen a multitude of people taking the piss and like reposting it. There's one video out there on YouTube where it's just 10 hours of it on loop. So the fact that they've actually gone and struck Kurt over that, I think, is some bullshit. because it is purely public domain. There is no way in hell that should be the case. Unless maybe they're saying that someone else is, unless they're attributing the copyright to somebody else on YouTube, which they do screw that up. Because let me put it this way. Apparently, according to YouTube, if I go into the YouTube studios, the copyright ID thing, apparently I own the copyright in about 10 or 12 Law and Crime and Court TV streams. I could copyright claim their streams if I wanted to, because apparently they're using my video. Dang, Disney's acting like with a dog with a bone. It's not Disney, though. I mean, admittedly, I would think that Disney are probably paying a little bit of money for it to things happen. They actually copyright claimed him from Disney? Are you serious? Hey, Kaiser. Happy New Year. Oh, no shit. That's hilarious. Like, it's not for Kurt, but, I mean, the fact that they're legitimately actually breaking copyright law then. Holy shit. Unless maybe it's just because they hadn't got around to turning it off or whatever. I don't know. I honestly don't care, because it should have all been in place beforehand. It absolutely should have been just dealt with initially. You watched the entire stream? Oh, well, there you go. That's curious, because now I'm wondering. Hang on. Let me have a quick look. YouTube. If I just randomly go Steamboat Willie. Well, Disney Animation Studios, Steamboat Willie, that one. Okay, so that's the original one that's on their YouTube channel from 14 years ago that has 13 million views. That's from 9 years ago, 6 hours ago. What the hell? Oh, someone's twisting Steamboat Willie into something even worse than poo, blood, and honey. Oh. Steamboat Willie whistle. Steamboat Willie for 10 hours, which was posted. Oh, that was actually posted 7 years ago. I'm surprised. Steamboat Willie posted 3 hours ago, re-uploaded. Quite possibly the first ever Steamboat Willie YTP. YTP? Chat, help me out. What's YTP? Let's all sue Disney. Messed up so much in the world with guilty pleasures. Yep. Having common creators that you guys are interested in is not stalking. Who said people were stalking? Did someone say I was stalking? Dynamite should be getting his channel back after the Epstein list drop. Absolutely. YouTube doesn't actually check for copyright, they just yeet. Yeah, that's what it certainly seems like anyway. Steamboat Willie Animation Studios. See, there's a whole bunch of Steamboat Willies that have been posted in the last few hours. Oh, look, someone's actually gone through and colorized it too. Like with watercolors. That's pretty cool. Mickey Mouse's first movie wasn't Steamboat Willie? No. Alright. Anyway, let's actually get into some of the stuff that I thought we should actually talk about today. As slim as it is, there are a couple of news articles that I wanted to talk about. Because apparently there's some issues with UK passports, apparently. So let's have a look at that, too. Where are we? Let me just pull the... Oh, wait, I don't need to worry about that because the chat's already there. What am I doing? Duh! Hayden, focus! Focus, Hayden! Focus! Okay, there we go. Alright. Does your article work yet? No, I can't. Like, for some reason, the ones that I loaded earlier, I can access. It's like the Daily Mail's website just went down for some reason. I'm afraid that if overused, Steamboat Willie become more like the YouTube music library. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. Wait, what the fuck is going on there? Alright, Mandy, we'll talk later, okay? Once I'm done here, we'll have a Discord chat. Don't forget to give the like button a hit. That'd be awesome if you could, because there's 110 of you watching, so I must be doing something okay. Although I am acutely aware, guys. See you, Mandy. In chat, those of you that would ordinarily not be watching because you're at work or whatever, could you just throw like a wave or something in chat just so that I can gather, so that I don't feel depressed in a week when you're all back at work? Just so I know exactly how many are going to disappear. That would be great. Okay. Farcical. Mysterious passport stamps accidentally let migrants stay in the UK, and the Home Office has no idea how many foreign nationals have been mistakenly allowed to be here to be in the UK indefinitely. A new border farce may have mistakenly allowed thousands of foreign nationals to live in Britain, the Mail can reveal. In a startling Home Office bungle, an unknown number of migrants have been... Oh, Jesus, I caught this one out of the corner of my eye. I was like, oh, shit, is that someone bending... No. Thank God. Watches while at work all the time. Oh, there you go. One of the Home Office's own legal representatives has described the stamp as shrouded in mystery because of a passport stamp appears to have given them the right to live indefinitely. It came to light after an Albanian failed to seek asylum... after an Albanian failed asylum seeker was given the stamp in his travel documents after being stopped and quizzed at the UK border in 2020. It led to a protracted legal challenge that eventually concluded the man's claims to remain in the UK was invalid. Watch when I can, but I always get the notes. Awesome. Okay. Listening while taking down Christmas decorations. Fabulous. Right. However, the case has far wider implications. Immigration judges who scrutinise the case have revealed the Home Office has no idea how many passports have been stamped with the same message, which says that the holder has been admitted to the UK under European regulations. Last night, the Home Office said that the stamp relates to family members of the Europeans coming into the UK. I thought that was all supposed to stop because of Brexit. Brexit? Is it Brexit? I don't know. What the hell? Hero New York City cop carries 4 elders out of burning building on his shoulders. Cool. Okay. It was unable to answer questions about the stamp, which, when used by Border Force officers at the ports and airports across the country for years, should legitimately be awarded or why it would be used mistakenly. Miss a live show, but watch when I can. Fabulous. Appreciate it. It is Brexit? Okay. Cranky old person votes for cranky old person. Sent the video of the actor Ian Zerdging's road rage incident for you. Oh, fabulous. Okay. Tomorrow's going to suck. I have to go back to work after 19 days off. Ugh. Even passport control supervisors wrongly believe that they have the power to admit foreign nationals in similar situations, the judges said, raising further serious questions about Britain's porous borders. A Home Office insider said this stamp could have been used thousands of times. We just don't know the true figure. And just when you think it can't get any worse, it does. It's a total farce. There's an unknown number of foreign nationals in the country who may be using the stamp to live here indefinitely. Most of them will be entirely innocently thinking that the stamp has granted them the rights. Another border security source said that they believe the stamp was used every day at ports and airports across the country. Simon Feld, Member for Parliament, a Conservative member of the Commons House Home Affairs Committee, said that he would demand answers from the Home Office. There are serious questions to be asked about the use of the stamp, not least how many individuals have it in their travel documents. This one's interesting. I'm a stay-at-home mum. I have daily schedules of YouTube to listen to keep my sanity. And I'm part of that? Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Listen on my way home. Miss your chat. No worries, it's pre-fleck. I have to go back to the office tomorrow. That sucks, Tia. Hopefully it's worth it, though. I mean, what do they say? If you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. So, I unfortunately work every day. Cop in New York deleted his wife, 10-year-old and 12-year-old, and himself. Jesus. Fuck. So basically, prior to now, if you'd had this particular stamp on your passport in the UK, you could have just gotten away with being there without a visa. That's interesting. I mean, that's what that really boils down to. Where is the... What the hell is that? Only on 5. Sources say 8 to 9 died at the RRMC from drug diversion. Nah. We can skip across that, I think. Let's see if the Daily Mail one will open now. Nope, their website's still down. And I believe that is a child knocking on the door. Hello? What can I do you for? Don't come in, the camera's still on. What's up? Oh, munchkins. 55 minis, okay? How many episodes of Nella is that? That's probably 3-4 episodes of Nella.
I only just watched one.
You watch one? Okay.
I'm watching one right now, and then I will watch another one, and then another one, and now you're gonna come out.
I tell you what, okay? I did say that I'd make this a shorter show so that we could play, and then we can go and pick up Daddy's new toy. Just let me spend some time, okay? Watch 2 more episodes. You watch two more episodes, Anella? Okay?
I'm already watching one.
Okay, well, after that one finishes, 2 more. Okay? Okay, love you. Oh, it's going to be a rough week. It is going to be an absolute rough week. See, I tried to be the good dad and say that she could stay home from daycare this week because she was having a rough time right before the end of daycare. As it turns out, a bunch of the kids realized that they weren't going to the same school, so they thought it was okay that they bully her. Now, the people at daycare said that they didn't see anything and nothing had really been reported and that she was being, oh, we got an ear raid, thank you. And basically she said that she wasn't happy with how some of the kids were treating her and that sort of thing. So I sort of thought, okay, well, you know what? Your mum's got to go back on the 2nd. I'm still taking a little bit of time off so that I can recuperate and do a few other things. You can stay home from daycare. And I was like, well, we can make this work. So, well, I mean, I'm not an awesome dad. I mean, I as with everybody else, I do my best. The website's working for you. Interesting. I wonder if it's just something that I messed up. If it's got something to do with how I set up the VPN this morning or something. Daycare's rough, introverted kids. Yeah. And I mean, look, because we had the rough pregnancy and we had the rough sort of few months after she was born, it was pretty well. I mean, she's basically been in and out of daycare since she was like 6 months old. So they know her very well. They know her. All the staff treat her very well and that sort of thing. It's more just, I think that the kids have sort of gotten to that point where they've got this little bit of self-awareness and self-autonomy. And because she's not going to be going to the same school as everybody else, they've seen a reason to pick on her. And I'm not particularly happy about that. See the story about the judge sentenced a guy to spend the next 3 years in jail during the 3 main holidays over Christmas? No. Give her a mask and she can join in. Yeah, well, I mean, that's why we've got the Guy Fawkes mask. But at the same time, it's like the less that I can have her on stream, the better, particularly while she's in her PJs. So, make her feel safe and loved. That's all I can advise. Exactly, and that's sort of the plan. So that's why these shows this week will probably be slightly shorter here or there, and I might do multiple ones just throughout the day. And then next week, starting next Sunday, we've got the marathon episodes. So aside from Tuesday next week, because it's my birthday, I'm planning on just starting at like 9 a.m. and going through right till 5 p.m. when I got to go and pick her up from daycare. So it's going to be fun. Got a heart like a truck. It's been drugged through the mud. Runs on dreams and gasoline. Love it, lady. Can you at least like be on camera? Like, really? 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 Sit down. Just. Yes, okay. Hello. Okay. Welcome to the shit show, people. Understandable, family comes first. Yeah. Well, you got to do what you got to do. On my way home from beach boot camp, gonna be going to the gym at 6:30 p.m. for weights and boxing later tonight. Ouch. Dude, you Drone, you're gonna be able to not move. Pretty nice in the Rumble ghetto. Love you all too. Very late, time to join the Rewind crew. Don't stress too much, Aaron. You had one job. Yeah. Dog says she needs better pay if you want her on camera. She does pretty well for herself. Like, the wife decided that we had to switch to the smaller treats. So, it's always a shit show. That's what I do here. Look in the camera. Look in the camera. Look in the camera for the treat. Okay? There. Okay? Okay. Whew. Where are we? I still want to talk about the damn judge, though, okay? We've got to get through this, okay? Let Angel go and play. She won't. That's just it. Angel will just go and lay on the bed. And she won't do anything. That's why I've got her in here. Wouldn't let my kids on stream, but my boy's pushing 16, so I can only mitigate it at this point. Yeah, I mean, look, and the wife said to me, maybe she should have her own channel, that sort of thing. Did I see the dangerous misogynist streamer? Yeah, and also thank you for sending me that. I actually covered that on stream. We went through it in depth, but cheers. Is it a dingo retriever? No, that is a. What are you? I mean, you were sold to us as a pure blood pure blood still works. Pure bred Labrador, but she's got a mix of something in her. All right, where are we? Let's have a look at this, because I want to talk about this. I majorly want to talk about this. Because how the hell do you, as a judge, go through and have 29 ethics violations? Ohio Supreme Court suspends Cuyahoga? Don't know. A county judge, Daniel Gall, thought your birthday... Oh, hang on. James Paramajo, thought your birthday was before Jagger's birthday, so glad I didn't miss it. No, I appreciate that. And, of course, as always, Angie, I will be having a toast to him as well. So, dingoes are marsupials? No, they are canines, I think. Few old days, Cuyahoga. Thank you. Few old days, so maybe we covered it here. An Australian man said it took 6 months of training to break an unusual world record. Faster time to put on 10 pairs of underpants. Oh, yes. What's up? What are you chewing on? What did you get out of the cupboard?
Nothing. I was eating the thing that you got me from.
Oh, good. Like her mother, she enjoys eating hot cross buns, which are unfortunately already in store. What's up? How can I help? What do you need? I don't know. Did you leave it there from when you were colouring in?
I did not use that.
No, I know you used a different colour to colour in the texture for Poppy Bear. If you don't go and sit down, I'm going to show everybody your picture. I'm going to show everybody live what your picture looks like. I'm reaching for it. I'm going to show everyone your colouring job. I'm going to do it. She coloured in a football player, an AFL football player for her grandfather. So, hopefully they're not watching, because I'm hoping that that's going to be a surprise. But, see, I showed everybody. Now, if you don't go and sit down and watch Nella, I'm going to show everyone the mermaid ones as well. What? Okay. Teach her to speak English. We're working on it. Said it right the first time. Oh, really? Okay. Threats never work. No, I'm just screwing with her. I'm just hoping she's not going to pout too much. Anyway, Ohio Supreme Court has suspended a judge for 29 violations. The Ohio Supreme Court has announced a long-time county judge has been suspended. In a unanimous decision on Friday, the court announced that the judge, Daniel Gall, had been suspended from the practice of law for 1 year and suspended from the judicial office without pay for the same period of time. So they've suspended his bar license for a year, and he's not getting paid as a judge for a year. For 29 ethics violations. And wait until you hear the list. Where are we? The suspension came as Gall committed 29 violations of the Judicial Code of Conduct and rules of professional conduct. According to the Ohio Supreme Court, he coerced no contest pleas, abandoned his role as an impartial arbiter, demeaned litigants and spectators in his courtroom, abused his contempt of power to avenge a minor slight against him, and abused the prestige of his judicial office to advance the personal interest of a litigant in a federal case who had appeared in his courtroom on a related matter. Rather than promoting confidence in the independence, integrity, and impartiality of the judiciary, Gall's conduct has called those essential elements of our justice system into question while harming multiple litigants. Oi, where do you think you're going? People paid. Get back on camera. Come on, slut. Only dogs. You can do it. He should have been sacked. Absolutely, he should have been sacked. Can't remove him from the bench completely. I would say for 29 violations, if it was unanimous as a result of the disciplinary council, I would say they should have been able to remove him. But I mean, maybe not. I don't know what the process is in Ohio. The opinion noted instances where he referred to black defendants as brother, including a case of DiMaggio Callahan, who Gall said he remembered because he had an Italian first name and an Irish last name, but he's a brother. Additionally, Gall also found a defendant in contempt and ordered him to serve 30 days in jail after the two got into an argument during a Zoom hearing. Gall had been licensed to practice law since 1981 and has served as a common pleas court county judge since 1991. Damn, this guy's been on the bench as long as I've been alive. In 2010, he was hit with a 6-month suspension by the Supreme Court for misconduct during a criminal trial. Holy shit. In December 22, the Ohio Board of Professional Conduct submitted a recommendation to the Supreme Court that he be suspended from practicing law and serving on the bench for a year due to alleged instances of misconduct over 5 years. The full opinion can be read below. The full opinion is 71 pages. I don't intend on reading through the entire thing, especially since it's disappeared. Where the fuck did it go? Hang on. They reached out to the courts but have not heard anything back. Where's the video? Let's go to the tape.
Suspended over misconduct allegations. Judge Daniel Gall has been suspended for 1 year by the Ohio Supreme Court. The court says Gall committed 29 rule violations of the Code of Judicial Conduct and the Rules of Professional Conduct.
I was about to remove judges on the ballot.
Since 1991 and also faced a suspension back in 2010 for misconduct as well.
Like that, the fact that it's his second set of misconduct suspensions, like that just. I'm just going to reload the page and hope that the document comes back. There it is. Okay. This slip opinion is subject to formal revision before it is published by the advanced sheet of the Ohio official reporters. Readers are requested to promptly notify the readers of the decision Supreme Court of Ohio of any typographical or formatting errors. If we fucked up, we ask that you let us know. We've already had 100 likes on the stream. Damn. Thank you, people. Appreciate it. So just another day in the American judiciary. Okay. So the respondent, Daniel Gall of Cleveland, attorney registration, doxing him, was admitted to law in Ohio in 1981. Since 91, he served as he only practiced for 10 years before he became a judge. Yeah, this judge is habitually being a dick. In 2010, based on findings that Gall had made unnecessary and highly prejudicial remarks against a defendant during a criminal case and had misused the Amber Alert system to locate missing witnesses in the case. What the Calling someone brother isn't a slur, it's a term of endearment. Yeah, but let's face it. You can't tell me that the black defendant isn't going to get pissy when the white judge with a crew cut calls him a brother, you know? He used the Amber Alert system to locate a missing witness. They suspended him from practice for 6 months, with the 6 months conditionally stayed. Wait, what? He got suspended for 6 months, but you stayed it? So does that mean that he's got 18 months now or not? In April 22, an amended complaint, Realtor Disciplinary Council, charged Gall with 8 counts of judicial misconduct, which arose from 7 criminal matters and 1 civil stalking protection case order, over which Gall had presided. The complaint alleged that Gall committed 26 violations of the Code of Judicial Conduct and 5 violations of the Rules of Professional Conduct. The alleged misconduct appeared over a period of more than 5 years, and falls into 6 categories. Coercing pleas, aggressive questioning of a criminal defendant, making demeaning comments to a criminal defendant and other persons in the courtroom, abusing the prestige of the judicial office to advance the personal interests of others, refusing to grant I feel like there's a certain judge in New York that could be charged with most of these as well. Refusing to grant release from confinement and disregarding appellate court orders. Holy shit! He ignored the Court of Appeal. Maybe he's just a Hulk maniac. Hulk Hogan calls everyone brother. Yeah, he Amber alerted an uncooperative witness. Yep. High and tight haircut, a little bit, yeah. He needs to be in jail, not just fired. I kind of feel like I would kind of agree with that, yeah. And he abused the contempt power. The parties entered into 179 stipulations of fact and submitted 83 stipulated exhibits. 6 witnesses, including Gall, testified at the hearing conducted by a 3-member panel of the Board of Professional Conduct. In his post-hearing brief, he stipulated that he had committed a total of 10 rule violations under 5 of the 8 counts of the amended complaint. Based on the party stipulations and the evidence adduced at the hearing, the panel found that he committed all 31 of the charges. He admitted to 10 and they copped it. He wound up copying all 31. Happy New Year to you too, J. Buck. Judge seems kind of based. Not so much. Not so much. Based on the party stipulations, they found him guilty of committing all 31 charged violations. After weighing the applicable aggravating and mitigating factors, the panel recommended that Gall be suspended from practice for 1 year. 1 year! You can break the rules 29 times across different cases, and you get 1 year. And then he's going to be back on the bench. What the fuck is a good way to get someone shot? Well, where's potentially criminal when you need him? Yeah. Hey, see you, Torin. The board adopted the panel's findings of fact, conclusion of law, and recommended sanction, and further recommended that, pursuant to the governor's rules, Gall be immediately suspended from judicial office without pay for the duration of his disciplinary suspension. Wait, so he could have been suspended and still considered to be on the bench and paid? Screw that. Wait, what? The herd matter? Oh, please tell me this. No, there's no way in hell it can be. It can't be. Jacob's Proud Marbury dropping another 10 memberships. Holy shit, thank you. Rules are for plebs, not for the government. Yes, I'm sorry, the little one left the door open, so the dog has absconded. You know, there's one thing that I can do about it. Give me 1 second. You're gonna laugh, okay? So, actually, you know what? Give you something to laugh at, and I'll be right back.
I ordered.
I must go now. My people need me. Whew. Okay, sorry about that. I did actually manage to retrieve the actual dog, but I do have a backup just in case. So, if need be, the beaver will take over. Okay, so Gall raised 4 objections to the board's report and recommendation. In his first 2 objections, the fuck happened there? What the? Oh, we should download the PDF. Might be a little bit easier if I'm not using that. Download document, download as started. We can open it that way. Yes, let's just open it. Yes. How many episodes have you watched? 2, so that means you got 2 to go. Yeah, but one of them finished and you still had 2 episodes to go. So you watched 1 episode, you got 1 episode, and 50,000? No, you don't have to watch 50,000 episodes. Okay, 2 more episodes, okay? 2 more episodes. Don't you growl at me. Fine.
There's another one coming.
There's another one coming, is there?
Yeah. When that one's finished, there's one more.
Yes, when the one that's on now finishes, one more episode and then you put clothes on, okay? Because then we've got to go.
Where?
We're going to go for a drive. Oh, you wanted to stay home and be bored, did you? Well, we're not going to do that. I want to stay home and bake cookies. Oh, no, no crying. Come on. No. No. And close the door. You let Angel out before. Munchkin, we're going to go and do lots of fun things, okay? Oh, no, come on. The sooner you go and sit and watch Nella, the sooner I'm done here and the sooner we can have fun, okay? Okay. You don't like putting clothes on?
Yeah,
You're going to be a nudist? That concerns me.
but it's really comfy in my PJs.
Well, you can't wear PJs to go out, though. And Daddy really, really wants to go and get his new toy.
Where's the toy?
The one that lets me put sound effects and stuff on my show.
Yeah. What shape is that?
It's like a square, but it's got colourful lights on it. And you'll be able to push buttons to make sounds.
Okay, fine.
Okay, fine? Okay, fine. Go on.
Well, we're being quickly.
2 episodes of Nella, including the one that's finished. Sorry, people. Mega sing the Blues Clues song. She has never seen Blues Clues. No, I've already got a Stream Deck. I'm going to go and get the, I'm going to go and get a Rodecaster. Because I want to fix up my audio. I think he needs to read her a story. If I thought she would be able to be on, like, if I thought she'd be able to sit here and just be calm and all that sort of stuff, I would happily just have her sit here and just be, you know. Where are I? Yeah, look, I usually live in my PJs too. Okay. Where do we get to? Stipulations. He raised 4 objections to the board's recommendation. In his first 2 objections, he disputes the board's findings of a certain aggravating factor. In his 3rd objection, he disputed the board's findings that he engaged in misconduct regarding to non-stipulated rule violations. And in his 4th objection, he disagreed with the board's recommendation for sanction. So, Blue's Clues is just completely degenerate now? Yeah. Who produces the Stream Deck? That is it's an Elgato. So Elgato actually does some really brilliant streaming software. Streaming software and hardware, I should say. I actually, of my setup, my stuff is probably, my capture stuff is half of it, because 3 out of the 6 of the things that I use are Elgato. You got the Stream Deck, I use the HD capture card, and I use the capture stick for the video game consoles as well. I'm waiting for the prompter to come back into stock because I can put that on the camera so that I can actually read and while I'm actually looking at you guys rather than looking off and making my videos look crap. So yes, I too wish that I could wear PJs to work. I very much do. Shouts to Jen to have her in the room, let alone near the room. Apparently I've been teleported here. Subscribe just to chime in and drop a like. Thank you very much, Scott. Much appreciated. Welcome. If you stick around long enough, there's a good chance you'll wind up with a membership too. Starting a YouTube clip channel of YouTube clip channels who clip channels of clips. Jim, you have way too much time on your hands. But fair enough. Alright, based on clear and convincing evidence on the record, we sustain Gall's 1st objection. Overrule is 2nd and 4th, and overrule in part and sustain in part is 3rd. What was his first objection? First objection disputes the board's finding. Okay, so he got off one of the aggravating factors. He copped the other one. Preliminary matters. Gall was charged with 31 rule violations. Now you're going to be annoying, aren't you? The dog is sitting with her head on my lap, just which occurred over the last 5 years. The following chart is a list of the rules. So he stipulated to 3 of those. WS matter, the Callahan matter, Collins matter, da-da-da, da-da-da. Following chart provides text of each rule that had been violated. A judge shall act at all times in a manner that promotes public confidence in the independence, integrity, and impartiality of the judiciary, and shall avoid impropriety and appearance of impropriety. He shall not abuse the prestige of the judicial office to advance the personal or economic interests of the judge or others, or allow others to do so. He shall uphold and apply the law and perform all duties impartially and fairly. Yeah, Doggo's getting the boop on the nose. A judge shall not, in the performance of judicial duties, by words or conduct, manifest bias or prejudice or engage in harassment, including but not limited to bias, prejudice, or harassment based upon race, sex, gender, religion, national origin, ethnicity, disability, age, sexual orientation, marital status, socioeconomic statuses, or political affiliation, and shall not permit the court, staff, or officials to do so. Keep in mind, people, I'm reading these out just because these are the rules that he violated. They found that in all 31 cases he violated these rules. So he has actually been found to have breached each and every one of these that I'm reading. Just in what order, in what case is sort of up in the air because I'm not going to read through the whole damn thing. Judge may not encourage parties to a proceeding or their lawyers to settle matters in a dispute, but shall act in a manner that, may encourage parties to do so, but will not. Sorry, it just cut me across to a different webpage. Shall encourage parties to a proceeding to settle matters, but shall not act in a manner that coerces a party into settlement. He actually tried to coerce either a plaintiff or a defendant. If it was a criminal matter, he's actually tried to coerce a defendant into settling, into taking a plea deal in order for the trial not to proceed. Like, what the hell? The gall of this judge. When you walk on a farm, there is no dress code. Lovely. Elgato makes some good stuff that's reasonably priced. Absolutely. It's the day after New Year's. Yes, it is. A judge shall be patient, dignified, and courteous to litigants, jurors, witnesses, lawyers, court staff, court officials, and others in the room, whom the judge deals with in an official capacity, and shall require similar conduct of the lawyers, court staff, court officials, and others. So basically, he went off. Judge shall disqualify himself or herself in any proceeding in which the impartiality might reasonably be questioned. They've actually said there was at least one case where he should have recused himself and failed to do so. What's that? Bring back Jules. Judge shall disqualify himself or herself in any proceeding in which their impartiality might be questioned, including when the judge has a personal bias or prejudice concerning a party or the party's lawyer, or personal knowledge of the facts in dispute in the proceedings. It is professional misconduct for a lawyer to, such, engage in conduct that is prejudicial to the administration of justice. The court rules require party briefs to maintain arguments and the positions. In his brief to the court, he attempts to support his third objection, regarding the board's findings that he engaged in misconduct concerning the non-stipulated rule violations, by incorporating his post-hearing brief by reference. In the interest of giving all of the arguments full consideration, we reluctantly considered the arguments have been incorporated by reference. He's not even following his own damn rules. Hey, Deather. It's New Year's Day here, visiting from the future. You're visiting the future, okay. Video didn't start live, so my comment won't make sense. I'm up to date now. Oh, all good. After reviewing the record, we adopt the board's findings of misconduct regarding stipulated violations. Therefore, we focus primarily on the charged rule violations that he disputes. The Heard matter involved Gall's coercing no contest pleas. In 2015, Carlton Heard was indicted for attempted murder and other crimes, and he tried to coerce. He tried to get the judge tried to coerce a murder charge defendant to copping a no contest plea and just pleading, and effectively, well, I mean, it's not the same as pleading guilty. It's pleading no contest. So you don't. Oh my god! He tried to coerce someone into copping a. Wow. Before he entered his no contest plea, Gall gave him an ultimatum. Gall told Heard that if he were to plead no contest, he would serve 14 years in prison with credit that he'd already served. And with the exception of a firearms specification sentence, Gall would run his sentences concurrently. On the other hand, he assured Heard that if he were to take the case to trial and be convicted on all counts, he would run his sentences consecutively, resulting in an aggregate of 42 years. Gall also told Heard that the trial would begin immediately because the jurors were on their way to the courtroom. The transcript of the hearing reflects that neither the prosecutor nor the defense counsel participated in the discussion in the terms of the plea offer. The lawyers weren't even in the fucking room. Holy shit. Heard accepted the plea deal proposed by Gall and pled no contest to each count in the indictment. During his conversation with Heard at the sentencing hearing, Gall harped on the fact that Heard had grown up without a father, and Gall alluded to the Black Lives Matter movement. In the end, Gall sentenced Heard to 14 years in prison. Heard appealed his convictions to the 8th Court of the Appeal, which vacated his no contest pleas and reversed the judgment, holding that Gall's conduct had rendered the no contest plea involuntary. Sweet mother of... And he got 1 year suspension for this shit. Are you freaking kidding me? There's no question that Gall's participation in the plea process could have led him to believe that he would not get a fair trial or a fair sentence after trial. On remand, the case was assigned to a different judge and tried to a jury, which acquitted him of all charges. Motherfucker. In the Heard matter, Realtor charged Gall with violating the judicial conduct. At his disciplinary hearing, he was asked whether he went too far and abandoned his role as an impartial jurist in the Heard matter. Initially, without answering the question, Gall highlighted his judicial experience, but he eventually admitted he had gone too far, although he denied he had violated any conduct rules in this regard. In his post-hearing brief, he stipulated to violations. Conduct by Gall, coupled with inappropriate questions and comments regarding his childhood and Black Lives Matter movement. What's up, sweetheart?
It's just one more.
Is Nella almost over already? Okay, alright. One more episode of Nella after this one finishes, okay? Daddy's going to whip through this very quickly because we're already in hour 6, okay?
One more.
Oh, it's your favourite, Nella? Okay, good. Count 2. In the WS matter, Gall improperly questioned a defendant in a criminal case following the defendant's trial testimony. In 2016, WS was charged with 1 count of felonious assault, which resulted in a fight between WS and another person. During the bench trial, Gall asked WS approximately 85 questions concerning a variety of topics, many of which were not related to the assault charge. These topics included his consumption of alcohol, fights not related to the case, prior criminal convictions, prior juvenile charges, and a plea agreement in a misdemeanor case, all of which is inadmissible. Defense counsel twice objected to the off-topic questioning before Gall stopped the questioning. Gall found WS guilty of the felonious assault charge and sentenced him to 4 years of community service. Can we look into that case? It would be interesting to see what evidence they had on the guy. I'm thinking that I'm going to take this document and look in each of these cases because I'm very curious. I mean, some of these are bench trials, so there's not going to be any information on it, but I will definitely deep dive into some of these cases if I've got the opportunity to. Appealed the conviction to the 8th District, alleging the court had abused its discretion to consider inadmissible and prejudicial evidence and questioning him in a confrontational manner. They agreed, finding that he had acted with bias and prejudice. No shit. I'm just going to quickly whip through what the other cases are, because I'm going to have to go and look after the little one. In the Callahan matter, Gall made demeaning and inappropriate comments to a defendant in a criminal case. In 2016, DiMaggio Callahan was charged with 18 criminal offences related to a shooting. Callahan elected to have 2 of the counts tried to Gall, who was presiding over the case, and Gall convicted Callahan of both of the counts. The remaining 16 counts were tried by a jury, and Callahan was acquitted of all but one of those counts. At Callahan's sentencing hearing, Gall referred to a prior criminal case against Callahan over which Gall had presided, and implied that Callahan had beat the rap regarding the murder charge in the case. Gall called Callahan a brother, a murderer, and a remorseless predator. Also, regarding the earlier case, he stated he would have busted a cap in Callahan if he'd been the person standing at the window of the car with the gun on Callahan, and that Callahan wouldn't have quick drawn on him. Gall imposed a fine against Callahan to prevent... You know what I said today was going to be boring because it was going to be a slow news day? Ask and God provides. This is what used to be called a hanging judge in the Old West. I actually think this goes a little bit further, Jim. I do. But it's just a few bad judges. Myth busted. Many judges in Ohio VW have been removed. WV have been removed. Yep. In the Callahan matter, they charged Gall with violating such rules. He admitted to his disciplinary hearing that he blew it at Callahan's sentencing hearing. No shit, you think? Count 4, the Collins matter involved a protection order hearing and is the only non-criminal matter. It's a protection order. It's close enough. In 2020, Tanisha Chapman filed a petition for a civil stalking protection order against Natasha Collins. Chapman and her estranged husband, Cleveland Police Department Sergeant Michael Chapman, had 2 children together and were going through a divorce. Sergeant Chapman had been dating Collins, who was a Cleveland police officer, for about 2 years, and Collins would occasionally accompany Sergeant Chapman to Tanisha Chapman's house to pick up or drop off the kids. Tanisha Chapman alleged that Collins had harassed her during those encounters. Gall presiding over the hearing upon the protective order. Come on, over here then. Hold over here. Over here. And during the hearings had commented that Sergeant Chapman was using Collins to screw with Tanisha Chapman. Oh, what's your head? Gall indicated that it was Sergeant Chapman's fault that Tanisha Chapman and Collins were in court and in the positions that they were in. Gall also referred to Collins as Sergeant Chapman's mistress on 5 separate occasions. Whoa! Additionally, Sergeant Chapman was in the courtroom during the hearing and Gall accused him of manipulating the women and calling him Mr. Know-It-All. Gall had also been aware of the internal affairs of... What? That an internal affairs officer from Chapman's police department was in the courtroom at the time that he made those comments. Gall did not issue the protection order, but warned Collins, if there is one more text message, if there's one more encounter, if there's one more threat, if there's one more... He had to say fucking. One more fucking picture or text message. At that point, I will consider that a pattern of conduct that justifies the issuance of an order. And he told Tanisha Chapman that if Collins' behavior continued, she should refile her petition and he would then issue the order. Wow. Count 5. The Viola matter. Gall used his position as a judge in an effort to overturn a defendant's federal convictions. A state judge used his position in an effort to overturn federal convictions. In 2008, Anthony L. Viola was indicted on federal charges that resulted from a mortgage fraud investigation. A federal jury convicted him of 35 counts of fraud, and he was sentenced to 12 and a half years in federal prison in order to pay $2.6 million in restitution. The state of Ohio brought similar charges against him. Gall presided over the state case, and after the trial, a judge acquitted Viola of the charges. Around 2014, Viola wrote to Gall from federal prison requesting portions of the transcript of his state court trial for his use in the federal appeal. From 2014 through to 2017, Gall wrote to Viola at least 3 times. Each of the letters on official court letterhead and was signed Daniel Gall, Judge. In response to Viola's request for the transcript, he authorized court reporters to prepare portions of the transcript that he requested and told Viola that he would provide them at no cost in the interest of justice. Gall ordered the county treasury pay $475 for the cost of the transcript. In February 2017, in a letter, he expressed feelings of regret on his continued incarceration and that he hoped Viola's exoneration in his courtroom would have assisted in overturning the federal conviction. Gall told Viola that the newly elected county prosecutor might be willing to look into potential misconduct by a prosecutor who handled the federal court case and told Viola to let him know if he could assist in any way. Wow. He also expressed that he hoped that the federal convictions would be overturned. In the Jackson matter, involved his errors in exercising his judicial discretion, which unfortunately resulted in Anthony Jackson's prolonged incarceration. Gall was assigned 2 criminal cases in which Jackson was a defendant. In the first case, he was indicted on a felony charge for which he posted a $10,000 bond. A few months later, in the second one, he was indicted on 2 other felony accounts. The bond was increased and set at $25,000. After the indictment in the second case, Jackson was declared incompetent to stand trial, and Gall ordered the sheriff to transport Jackson to a behavioral health facility. Jackson posted a bond in the second case, but remained in custody pending his transportation to the behavioral health facility. They determined that he was competent to stand trial. Jackson then moved the trial date to release him from custody because he had posted bond in each of the cases. At the hearing in the matter, he explained that it was his policy to find a defendant to be in violation of his bond if an indictment is issued against the defendant while the defendant is out of jail on bond. Well, your policy isn't necessarily strictly court-ordered or mandated, so yeah, fuck you. Gypsy Soul, hello. And Lorraine W, good to see you. I'm going to say like, subscribe, comment, hit the button and the bell. Lorraine, one of these days you're going to have to type that out to me so that I know exactly what you're saying there. So in other words, Gall plays Fortnite. Holy crap, there are almost 200 people watching across platforms. Gall has raised concerns about Jackson's threatening behavior and violent behavior while at the behavioral health facility. Gall, reading from the psychiatric report, noted that Jackson had made multiple threats to facility staff, screamed to yell at them, fought, broke a door, and had to be physically restrained. He cited this behavior as one of the reasons that he was not going to release him on bond. If the bond's been set and he's paid the bond and he's now competent, you have to release him, irrespective. On remand, Gall held another hearing during which he recited all 3 of the rule factors, stated that he had found each one. Gall also noted Jackson being referred to a behavioral facility for competency restoration, and that his case involved acts of physical violence. Oh, for God's sakes. So basically, he kept someone in jail where he was not entitled to do so. This is still going on in the Jackson matter. Wow, I legitimately wasn't intending to read through the entire thing. In the Smiley matter, Gall quarreled with a criminal defendant during the defendant's arraignment. In 2021, Arthur Smiley was indicted on 2 charges of robbery. He appeared before Gall by video conference for arraignment on the charges. Because he had 2 cases pending before another judge, the case was automatically set to be transferred to that judge following the arraignment. From the start of the arraignment, the interaction between Gall and Smiley was not cordial, to say the least. Gall determined that he was going to set a $25,000 surety bond in Smiley's case. In response, Smiley said, "Thank you." From that point, the colloquy devolved into apathetic quips by Smiley that appeared to increasingly irritate Gall. Smiley continued to express indifference regarding the arraignment because he would be held in jail for the other cases anyway. Gall referred to Smiley, who is black, as my brother and told him this isn't a drive-through window at Burger King, my friend. You don't get it your way. Holy shit. Hello, Daisy Jones. Oh, wow. As a result of the exchange, Gall announced he was raising Smiley's bond to $100,000. Smiley told Gall that he was making himself look as a stupid-ass judge. Look stupid something as a judge by raising the bond when Smiley could not be released because he was being held in his other cases. Gall responded by filing Smiley in contempt of court and sentencing him to 30 days in jail for contempt, placing a holder on him so that he could not be released until he returned to Gall's courtroom. Towards the end of the arraignment, Gall retracted his decision to increase the bond and reset it at $25,000. Smiley appealed the contempt finding in the 8th District, and the Court of Appeals reversed the ruling, remanded the matter to Gall for him to make findings of fact to allow the appellate court to determine whether he had abused his discretion. Wow. What's wrong with this judge? He sounds fun. This is a case where the appellate court was already pissed off, remanded it back to him to basically say, this is what I did wrong in this case. This is how I screwed up so that you guys can wrap me over the knuckles for it. It's literally making him write an apology letter. It's finished? You're all done? All right, go and put some clothes on then and I'll come right out, okay? Oh, you can put your own clothes on. You're a big girl. Okay, you can either go and put your clothes on yourself or you can give me 5 more minis. That's what I thought. All right, 5 minis, okay? This is some insanity. Allow the appellate court to determine whether he'd abused his discretion. That's hilarious. In Smiley matter, they charged him. We got to be getting close. The bias matter involves another instance of him coercing no contest pleas. In 2018, Dante Bias appeared before Gall and pled guilty in multiple criminal cases. He sentenced Bias to the 2018 cases to time already served and released him on community control. In 2019, while he was on community control, he was arrested and charged with other offences, which resulted in 2 separate matters, one in the state court and one that had the potential to, and ultimately did, become a federal case. Bias initially had a separate attorney for each of the cases in 2019. Timothy Guntner, a court-appointed attorney, represented Bias in the first 2019 case. James Inglis was retained by Bias to represent him in the second case. Gall presided over the first case, in which he pled not guilty as he was arraigned. At the pre-trial hearing, the attorneys, Guntner and Inglis, both appeared on Bias's behalf. During the hearing, Gall told Bias that he had proposed a resolution for the first case. Gall proposed that if Bias were to enter a plea in the case, he would sentence him to a total of 2 years in prison for the 2018 cases and for the first 2019 case. Way to abuse the privilege there. Holy shit. After learning that Bias' family was in the courtroom, he explained that Bias was facing 7.5 years in prison in the 2018 case alone and more than 7 years in prison for the first 2019 case. Gall also explained to Bias that even if he were to be found not guilty of the charges in the first 2019 case, he would still be deemed a probation violator in the 2018 cases, and that probable cause was sufficient to find a probation violation. Gall then asked Bias, would you like to enter a plea on the new case, or would you like to go forward with the probation violation? Go on, Ben, it's time to play a game. It is. It really is. And I will be out of here very shortly. What else has he done? What else did he do? Aggregating and mitigating factors. Okay. So we've got through the counts. That's the main thing. Basically, this guy tried to rule his courtroom as if it was his own little fiefdom, and he broke the rules at almost every corner across 5 years. Holy crap balls. But more to the point, the motherfucker only got a year's suspension. In 12 months' time, he's going to be back on the bench. Like, holy crap. Table it and come back to it. Yeah, I might have to. I'll save this and come back to it later. Because where are we? Oi, get your butt back over here. Come on. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna have to get more treats. You get back on the bench and do it to someone else. Someone probably off him justifiably. Come on, say hello. Say hello. Say hello. There you go. All right, guys. I am going to get out of here. I am going to pick up some more equipment, so there's a good chance I will stream again later on today. Are you serious right now? Whacking the chair? Excuse me. Thank you very much to everyone that's been watching. I'll be back here same time tomorrow. Hopefully, it'll be a little bit smoother. But as always, please remember, you are not a piece of shit. You have value and you do contribute to society. And it very much helped me out if you would double check whether or not you've hit the like and subscribe buttons. Double check whether or not you have used the poll. And if you feel so inclined, feel free to leave a comment on the video. As always, stay healthy, wealthy, wise, people. And I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace out, peeps.
This shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.